So today's $1 million listing is actually two $600,000 condos. They're both 2 stories and they are formed out of houses like the ones you see across the street. We're in a house just like that. It's been turned into an upper 2-level unit and a lower 2-level unit. I sold somebody a house here less than 10 years ago, probably around 2007. Really only about 3 blocks from here over on R Street. This one's on Q Street. And she paid $299 for that house. I think it was a foreclosure. There were a lot of foreclosures then. It's a house just like this, except in, of course, worse shape and not turned into 2 condos yet. So this is for sale basically for $1 million more than she paid for her house. As you can see, it's a gentrifying neighborhood, but it's not the fanciest neighborhood in the world to be buying a $600,000 or $700,000 2-bedroom. Down at the end are a bunch of busy streets, I think Florida Avenue and North Capitol Street. And there's some commercial property. And right next door we have a bunch of people sort of hanging out, drinking Cokes in the middle of the day on their porch and talking. So they may actually be working on the house, I'm not sure. But they might actually live there and just hang out all day drinking Coke. So it is Coke at least in the middle of the day. They haven't started happy hour yet. Anyway, you can see the typical yuppie wide plank flooring. There's a gas fireplace. I imagine they're going to pop in there. The kitchen, living room, dining room is all open. Everything is granite and stainless steel. It's a 5-burner gas stove, an undermounted sink, a Bosch refrigerator. So in other words, it's a refrigerator that costs several $1,000s in a structure that you probably could have bought 5 years ago for $299. And the reason it's now for sale for so much more is because it's got a Bosch refrigerator. So here we have our fancy shower. They spared some expense. It's only a Maytag washer dryer stack and not a Bosch. Someone's left their vacuum cleaner here. I doubt that conveys. Anyway, and then there's a little bedroom with a fairly deep closet. And there's a small wood deck, which is wet today, and there's just enough parking for 2 units. All right, let's see downstairs where the bedrooms and bathrooms are. This is the lower unit. And then we may just go up to the upper unit as one continuous video. Because together, the 2 things are $1 million listing. I suspect they've had some water problems down here, maybe related to the snow. They have their own door there. I can't really tell if this floor is just funny looking or if it's actually had some water or moisture penetration on it. Anyway, attractive bathroom. It's kind of narrow. You actually have to shut the door to be able to make use of the tub and the toilet. But it's got this nice double sink. Exposed brick wall upstairs. Here's a kind of landing area. It looks like they're still doing some work, and I assume that's there because there was some kind of water problem down here. And that might not mean it's a water problem for everybody. It may be a water problem when you don't have anybody living there who's paying attention to it. Then we have this kind of stylish bathtub. It's not a huge bathroom, and it's also not it's not the fanciest one I've ever seen, but it's nice. The light switches for this bedroom appear to be hidden somewhat. And you can see the windows here are basically a little window that's under that deck and then a little window that's to an interstitial space. And then there's a closet. So neither of these bedrooms are all that much to write home about. I imagine they're both kind of cold because right outside that bedroom is this door to the outside, which I'm sure leaks cold air no matter what you do. And this bedroom actually has the door to the outside in it. So that's our lower unit, which I think is something like $579 or $599. And then the one up above, I think it's something like $679. There are the neighbors. convening. Anyway, I have a client coming. I think I might actually be able to finish this video before he gets here. So this upper unit has been staged. Yeah, downstairs is $569 and this is $679. So there's a $110,000 price difference. You can see the kitchen appliances are exactly the same. This does get more light than the floor below. Here's what I imagine is supposed to happen to that fireplace. You know, I just realized I was saying it was a 2-bedroom. It's really a 3-bedroom. There was one bedroom on that upper level downstairs. And there's also this bedroom on what's the lower level when you're talking about upstairs. Again, it has its own patio. Now this one has 2 patios, or 2 decks. And the decks are high above the parking, so you don't have to wave to your neighbor when they come home and park. While the people downstairs do have to wave to you when they come home and park. Here's that street again. Floors are in better shape here. I think that probably whatever water penetration happened below hasn't happened up here. There is a skylight. Oh, and this bedroom has its own skylight. Means this is a bedroom I could never sleep in past probably 6:30 in the morning at the latest. But then I never really do that anyway. Oh, and there's even a skyline in the bathroom. I think actually it cost about $5,000 to install a skylight. So just in terms of all the multiple skylights being installed, how many have we seen so far? 3? I bet there's a 4th one. Or maybe not. That's $15,000 of the $110,000 price difference right there. Oh, there is a 4th one. So here's this bathroom using that same sink. Here's our nice snow-covered balcony. Next door, someone's doing the same thing. But I think they've quite finished. And it really looks like a bunch of these other houses are just derelict enough that someone should buy them and fix them up whenever the owners get ready to sell them. Anyway, that's about $1.1 million worth of real estate, made out of what probably you could have bought for $300,000 a few years ago. It is close to the NoMa, North of Massachusetts Metro. It's supposed to be 4/10 of a mile. I would say it's, I don't know, I think it's only 4 blocks. I walked it. Anyway, it's there's not really anything wrong with the property. Dramatic difference between a staged and an unstaged unit.